Hi you guys, I'm Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my May reset. First, we'll recap the intentions that I had for April. We'll set new intentions for May and end with a couple monthly favorites. For April, I set intentions in a few different areas listed here. So we'll start with physical wellness. My intention of creating a morning routine, I didn't complete this because I scratched it all together. I think when I created this, I wasn't giving myself enough credit because I actually do have a very simple morning routine already. I wasn't counting what I do in the morning as a routine because it just feels very basic. And because it wasn't something elaborate or super involved, I didn't really count it. And I've come to realize that I don't have any more time to spare in the mornings before work. I start my work days at 8 o'clock. I wake up about 6:05, and I'm just not willing to wake up earlier than that. I don't like to feel rushed and hectic. I like to start my days off very slow and peaceful. So my morning routine is going to stay how it is. Is going to stay simple. My second intention was to work out 3 times during the week and to have one of those workouts be a strength workout. So this one, I did really well with this. I did complete this. So for my strength workouts, I've been trying some different classes at the gym. I did a body combat class, which is it's essentially like a Taibo class. It's kind of like cardio, kickboxing with some other types of martial arts mixed in there. I also did some weight machines on my own, just kind of did a full body strength workout, just me kind of piecing things together at the gym. And then I did a yoga strong class, which is like an intermediate kind of power yoga class that incorporated dumbbells. When I'm recording this, there's still a couple days left in the month. So I plan to do a kettlebell workout at home for that 4th strength workout of the month. And then my last physical wellness intention was to cook on Sundays, and I did complete this. I found it really helpful for me to do my meal planning and grocery shopping on Saturdays and then to cook on Sundays. I've tried doing my grocery shopping and cooking all in the same day before, and it's just a lot. In terms of emotional wellness, my intention was to start decluttering my closet, and y'all, we did it. I went through all of my clothes in the closet that I was focusing on and ended up with one of those big black, really large garbage bags full of clothes that I'm going to donate. So it feels really good just having a fresh start when it comes to my clothes, getting rid of things that no longer fit well or that are no longer in good condition. It really does just feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders with that. And I did record part of it, and it'll be included in a Sunday reset vlog that'll be coming up, so stay tuned for that. Now that I've gotten started with decluttering, I don't want to stop. There are so many other areas that I want to declutter. So within my closet, my shoes and how my shoes are stored is a complete hot mess. It is so disorganized and it's just very chaotic. And so that's the next thing that I want to focus on, is going through all of my shoes and finding a better way to organize them. So I want to declutter that. I want to declutter my dresser that has several different drawers that are overflowing of just really casual clothes. So there's plenty more for me to declutter, but I'm just going to break it up and do it bit by bit each month until I get through all of it. The second intention that I had for emotional wellness was to read to wind down before bed. And I haven't really been doing great with this. I think I was able to do this, maybe a handful of times. Did not accomplish that. In terms of mental fitness, it was my intention to not take anything personally, and I feel like I accomplished this. For me, when I take things personally, I can tell when I feel super annoyed, I feel really frustrated. I can tell that I'm taking something personally. And honestly, throughout the month of April, I haven't really felt that way that I can remember. Yay for that. In terms of relationships, it was my intention to reach out to at least 2 friends to connect either over the phone, hang out in person. Did accomplish this, and it felt really good being proactive about maintaining these friendships. We are on a roll with that. It just feels like a lot, you know, managing work, managing YouTube, prioritizing fitness and cooking and getting enough sleep, hanging out with friends, maintaining, you know, cleaning, and just like having a welcoming space. Like, it's just, all the little pieces are just a lot. Having like a really small number felt manageable, and it was then easy to exceed it. Yay for realistic expectations. In terms of YouTube, it was my intention to create videos with intention and to have fun with filming. I can say that I successfully did both of these things. I hope that I can just kind of keep my mindset in the right place when it comes to YouTube, because it is such a marathon, not a sprint. I have to remind myself of that often. In terms of finances, it was my intention to create a new budget and to track my expenses weekly in Excel. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna get it together. For each intention, I'm going to remind myself why it matters, why it's important to me, you know, what the benefit will be of doing it. It's something that I feel is so important when making any change in your life, tweaks to your habits. It's easy to forget why we're doing what we're doing, and our motivation really plummets. So in terms of physical wellness, I'm keeping the intention of working out 3 times per week. I'm keeping the intention to do 1 strength workout each week, but now that the spring weather is so nice, it hasn't gotten overly hot here, I want to go on 1 walk each week to really enjoy the nice weather, get some more movement in. I used to walk more regularly, but you know, during the winter, that kind of stopped. And then the 3rd workout will just be anything I want, however I'm feeling. I'll decide what that 3rd workout will be for the week. And why this matters: working out, moving my body, just being more active will be really helpful for my energy, my mood, help me get better quality sleep, will be helpful for gut health in managing IBS, and also helpful for weight maintenance. And I think the most motivating thing for me will be the sleep energy piece. I feel like right now I'm doing really well with my gut health and managing my IBS symptoms, but energy is something that I'm always mindful of. I'm trying to always improve my energy. I don't think that I've shared this on my channel, but I do have mild sleep apnea. So I essentially stop breathing in my sleep. So I don't get the best quality sleep, and that does impact my energy. Fatigue is like a daily thing that I struggle with, so I'm very mindful of things that can help increase my energy. So that's why it matters to me, and that's going to be my motivation for being active. I also want to keep the intention of cooking on Sundays. This matters because it's important to me to have nourishing food to eat, and food that's readily available for me to take to work, so I'm not spending money buying food out or buying food at work, which will help me save money that I can allocate elsewhere. In terms of emotional wellness, I want to declutter my shoes, like I mentioned, and I want to look for a shoe rack or some type of shoe organizer that can help me bring more structure and just reduce the chaos that is my closet in terms of shoes. This matters because I will have a much better peace of mind when my closet is more organized and there's just less clutter and chaos that I'm looking at on a daily basis. So the mental fitness piece is more like the mindset that I want to focus on for the month. I want to practice the idea of detachment or non-attachment. Practicing detachment for me means not having my emotions tied to a very specific outcome. I think this really boils down to letting go go of things that I don't have control over. So something that I want to ask myself throughout the month of May is this something that's within my control? Because sometimes the things that we're stressing about, that we are overthinking, that we are frustrated about, are things that are legitimately not even within our control. So this matters to me because I feel like not being emotionally attached to a certain outcome will bring me more peace of mind and just less frustration day to day. I feel like this really applies to me in terms of YouTube. You know, with each video that I put out, it's like, of course I want it to do well. I want it to do better than the videos that I put out before, but having that expectation, having your emotions tied up into how the video does is not what I want to do. It's an emotional roller coaster, and I don't think it needs to be that dramatic. I'm going to focus on things that are within my control. How the video actually performs is gonna perform how it's gonna perform. That's the kind of mindset that I want to focus on for May. And then in terms of YouTube, I want to keep the goal of having fun filming. And this matters to me because I feel like I say this all the time, but I want YouTube to be an enjoyable experience for me and something that feels sustainable. So again, I'm not going to be expecting or kind of mentally clinging to the expectation of a certain outcome when it comes to my videos. In terms of finances, we're going to keep the intention to create a new budget and to track my expenses weekly. This time I'm adding a day and like a pseudo time to do this. I'm essentially habit stacking or adding in a new habit after an established one. So I'm going to track my expenses weekly on Sundays after I eat lunch. Eating lunch is a habit that I don't miss. So I know that the habit of eating lunch will always be there. So I'm going to aim to do it on Sundays after eating lunch. And this matters to me because it will help me to save more money and to make more progress with paying off student loans, both things that I want to do. Let me know down in the comments what's one thing that you're focusing on for the month of May. I would love to know and to cheer you on. So go ahead and drop it in the comments. Okay, let's get into my April favorites. First of all, can we get into my new glasses? I don't know that these can be considered a favorite just yet because they literally just came in last night. So this is my first full day wearing them. They are from Warby Parker, and aren't these fun? My next favorite is a playlist on Spotify, the Sade Radio. Y'all, I started playing this when I'm cooking on Sundays, and even sometimes when I'm in the shower, I like to listen to it. And it's such a soulful vibe. It's a really nice mix of artists. So of course, there's gonna be Sade all throughout. There's some Luther Vandross, there's some Robin Thicke, there's Lettucey, there's some Anthony Hamilton, Anita Baker, Floetry. It's just Amy Winehouse, all the soulful vibes. And I've been in like a music rut, just listening to like the same things over and over. So this kind of broke up my music rut I was in, gave me some soulful vibes, and it's just like classic music that never goes out of style. I've really been enjoying that. If you like soulful music and want something just different to listen to, definitely check out Sade Radio on Spotify. And then my last two favorites are both skincare items. So I have been revamping my skincare routine. Like my skin was just feeling so dull and dry, and I was having like dry patches all around my mouth, and it was not cute. So I knew I needed to change something, and y'all, I've been experimenting a lot. But there are two items that I tried out in the month of April that I absolutely love. So if you remember, I think it was in my April reset that I showed y'all one of my absolute favorite toners, the Wamisa Deep Rich Flowers toner. Y'all, right after I posted that video and I went to put the link in the description box, that toner, for some reason, it's out of stock on the company website. It was out of stock on Amazon. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like my favorite toner is like out of stock everywhere. So I was like, dang, let me start experimenting and try try to find something else that I like. This is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. And this is specifically made for sensitive skin. It is free of alcohol and fragrance. Just for context, my skin is extremely sensitive. It's very dry and dehydrated. So all of the products that I get and look for have to be moisturizing and ideally cater to sensitive skin. So I've really been enjoying this. I'm not sure if you can tell how much I've used, but almost down to this purple area. So I've used almost like a good third of the product so far. I'm really liking it. It's helping my skin be hydrated. I'm really pleased with the moisture in my skin right now. And this has a big part to do with it. And then the last item is this Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum with bee propolis and niacinamide. I've really been enjoying this serum. It has great reviews online, so I was really curious to try it, and it's been like raved about by all of the Korean skincare YouTubers, so I was very excited to try it, and I love it. I love it. It is viscous, which I like thick viscous products, and it gives my skin such a glow that I am so here for. Adding these two products into my routine have been fantastic. No complaints. I am in my Korean skincare bag. I love Korean skincare more than ever. Those are two gems that I think will be in my collection and my routine for the foreseeable future. So that's it, y'all. That's my May reset. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Straight to what is my ending? Stay true to you.